What's up, my folks? My lucky litter. This one right here is she had two puppies. I didn't think she was even bred, and she ended up having me two pups. They beautiful. They're young still. They just now getting their teeth. Big, healthy, solid pups. That's Rusty over that Gaines bitch. I had some questions about the Turtle Buster blood. I've been fooling with that blood a long time. I've had a lot of that stuff from up there, all the way down from the Spicer Sting type stuff, the Sting dogs that was bred in there. A lot of people don't hear about them no more, but all the way that, we've had a lot of the several different strains of it and different ways it's gone. Like this the bitch we bred Rusty to here is a little different than like the bug eye stuff. She's got some other stuff in her. She's got a lot of the Timex and the red dog and stuff in her. Whereas Buster's bred on the bug eye dog, which I like the bug eye dogs a lot. They kind of remind you of like a Jeep Rascal type dog. See, these dogs are totally different. I mean, like the Sting dogs and the Fargo dogs were just alike. I mean, Sting was a hide satch black lady dog, and he was used in a lot in the program. People don't realize that, but there's a lot. You get into that, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff. About every 10 years, Kenny Gaines's thing he said goes down another 15 minutes. I remember him saying, he figures his dog. He don't like a dog being. He bred his dogs to not be in there all night. He thought he could, but 45 minutes, hour type dogs, and it gets down to 30 minutes, 15 minutes, as the years go on, but ain't nobody in the right mind on that level would be thinking 15 to 30 minutes. But these dogs here are heavy bred on the bottom side of his blood. Now, you never know, like I said, a lot of that stuff, you got talk to some people, they say a lot of them dogs ain't bred the way they say, you got some, and as having the dogs, I kind of have to agree with a lot of them statements as far as the performance. I know a little bit here, a little bit there makes a big difference, but it's more the similarities, like a lot of like if you've seen a real heavy old Fargo blood dog, and you've seen some of our old Paladin stuff, or even that Sting stuff, you would swear they were all litter mates. You know what I'm saying? Their performance was the same and all like that. Whereas some of the other sides, like I had another one that would come from kind of it was a Turtle Buster bred dog back to another bitch, that was bred up there off to some the kind of like Niggerino, the stuff old Acart used to have. Now that dog was a total package. There was no no doubt about it. That dog knew how to pace itself and was a totally different animal. Kind of like like I said with the Busters himself, my dog Buster. He's really he throws a lot different than what you would think of a typical Gaines bred dog. He throws very deep water game dogs. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of them families, I've had questions about it. You got to really understand these dogs, and like I said, I've seen different strains, different lines of owned them, worked them, had them. Not something that now. I'll say this: them first ones that we got that was right there off that stuff was wicked bad. That was back when we was getting it with the dogs, and shit. That one dog, he was right off of, I think Dixon Satan Weezer or something like that. But that son of a bitch whooped a two-time winner one night with one bite. Sent him over the wall. That fucker could bite. You know what I mean? I've seen him hit dogs, send them in convulsions. I mean, he really could bite, like unbelievable. But they were just a different style than some of them other families. You get a good blend of the mouth with a talent and deep gameness, and that's what you want. But of course, like so many people, they were trying to breed dogs that was on such a level that you sacrifice other things for. You know what I mean? You always try to, especially with the Gaines dog, breed your gamest ones. That's the most important thing. Breed your dogs that produce game dogs out of this stuff, and you'll get game dogs. Yeah. There's a lot of different ways to go with it. I mean, and you get different type dogs. Like this bitch here is heavy on the red dog too. Like the Timex and all that stuff. Amongst with the bug eye, but when you same sire, now we got the same sire of them in here. They're just a week older now. Look at the difference. Well, they're a week and a couple days, like week 3 days, but That's the bug eye cross back into the same stuff, you know, Rusty back into it. This is my stuff right here. But it's heavy on the buster. And they are wide open little monsters. I mean, them little rascals there has been gangsters since they've been 2 weeks old. What's up? But real fast pacey, you know, little dogs. But anyhow, yeah, there's a difference in them. All the families, you know, different strengths, different things. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's more of who you get the dog from for breeding for certain traits, you know, than worrying about the bloodlines. But yes, Turtle Buster is one that's tricky to breed. It's kind of like, well, it's like all of them. All of them are tricky to breed. They're all different. You can get, like, say, Jeep Red Boy dogs from one guy and go down the road and get a totally different style. It wouldn't even look like the same dog, you know, be similar bred, you know. But just like these, you think Turtle Busters, but they're going to be different acting dogs. Them other ones are going to be built different. These are going to be real small, real. I can tell you what they're going to be. But and other ones are going to be big, bulky dogs. You know, I mean, just the difference in them. That one little bit coming off the same yard, but they're totally different. But anyway, folks, y'all take care. Y'all keep on bulldogging, and y'all stay safe.